seconds, and you can start. Good luck.
Okay, thank you so much, and welcome everybody to our presentation of University of Applied Sciences, Weihenstephan-Triesdorf, short HSWT. My name is Miriam Ferstl-Trotsky. I work in the international office at Campus Triesdorf. So my colleagues will present themselves. Ramona.
Hello, my name is Ramona Müller. I also work at the international office, but at our other campus, the campus Weihenstephan.
Вітаю всіх. Моє ім'я Людмила Камзін. Я працюю в Університеті прикладних наук Weihenstephan-Triesdorf на позиції проєктного співробітника.
Okay, great. So I think we shut down the survey, right? Thank you very much for your indications. And I will start the presentation.
Okay, so hello everybody once again. You may already have realized that, well, I do not speak Ukrainian and Miriam also does not speak Ukrainian, so we will give our part of the presentation in English. Well, and if you prefer to ask questions in Ukrainian, then Ludmila will help us with that. Okay, so we are from Weihenstephan-Triesdorf, University of Applied Sciences. Maybe you have not yet heard about our university. So what is special about our university? Well, first of all, we are a so-called University of Applied Sciences, and we teach applied sciences for life. Our degree programs are focused on green engineering programs. We will give you more information about the programs in detail later on. We have a very practice-oriented education. But we have also scientific excellence. We do research, or our professors do research, and our university is also certified according to the so-called EMAS Plus guidelines, which are special guidelines referring to environmental and sustainability performance, equality, gender, and diversity. Our degree programs cover like specific areas. In particular, those are agricultural sciences, digitalization and technology, nutrition and food, climate and environmental protection, ecology and environmental planning, and business and management. I did already say that we are a University of Applied Sciences. So in Germany, you have two types of universities, the universities of applied sciences and the universities. The difference is that the University of Applied Sciences have more like a practical orientation, so to say. This means that all of our bachelor's programs, for example, include 1 semester of practical training, which you do at a company, institution, organization. At both the Universities of Applied Sciences and universities, you have the chance to do a master after your bachelor's or to go directly to work. And you can also easily change from a University of Applied Sciences to a university, for example, later on to do your master's, or also do your bachelor at a university and afterwards do your master's at the University of Applied Sciences. This means that both types of universities are more or less equal in what you can do later on. So also if you do the bachelor's and master's at the University of Applied Sciences, you can go on, for example, to do a PhD afterwards. So, so the most important for you to know is if you study at our university, you will not only spend your time in the lecture hall, you will also go out, you will have training on the field, for example, work in the laboratory, and you will also do practical training. We have 2 campuses. You can also already see this in the name of our university, Weihenstephan-Triesdorf. The one campus is called Campus Weihenstephan. This is our bigger campus with more or less 3,600 students. And the smaller campus in Triesdorf has about 2,100 students. At those campuses, we have a total of 19 bachelor's programs and 13 master's programs. And 5 of our master's programs have an international orientation, which means that they are either taught in English or have many international students. In addition, we also have specific exchange and online programs for Ukrainian students. You may not know where our university in Germany is located. So at the left side, you see a map of Germany, and in dark green, you see the federal state of Bavaria. And our university is located in Bavaria. On the right side, you can see our 2 campuses in Triesdorf and Weihenstephan, which means that they are not next to each other, but about 150 kilometers from each other. So if you apply to our university, please make sure that you know at which campus you will study later on. Okay, so let's come to our campuses. Maybe for a short introduction, we can start with a video of the campus. Okay. Okay. Okay, Miriam, I think you need to turn on your sound because the video is streaming from your computer.
Is the sound off? Okay, sorry. Start again.
Okay, so I think there is still no sound, but you have the nice pictures from the campus. So this is the aerial view of most of our campus buildings. What you can see here is our training forest or educational forest on campus, the Weihenstephan Gardens and the training facility where for gardening students, for example. And now let's get
Okay,
back to the presentation.
The sound is on, so
Well,
don't know what happened. Thank you.
Okay, well, at our campus Weihenstephan, we have 5 departments in total. So first of all, the Department of Bioengineering with our bachelor's programs, Applied Computer Science, Biotechnology, and Brewing and Beverage Technology. So degree programs in blue are our undergraduate bachelor's programs. The ones in orange are our postgraduate programs. And programs in English are highlighted with this nice star symbol over here. So at the Department of Bioengineering, we have 3 bachelor's and 1 master's program, and all of those are taught in German only. At the Department of Forestry, we have also 3 bachelor's programs, Arboriculture and Urban Forest Management, Engineering and Forestry, and Management of Renewable Energies. And we have 2 master's programs, Business Management and Entrepreneurship Renewable Energies. We also have 1 master's program taught in English, International Management of Forest Industry. However, this program is currently being restructured, which means that it is not possible to start next summer semester, and we will see how it continues next winter semester. So if you are interested in this program, maybe just keep in mind that there is this program and get back to our website for new information. At the Department Horticulture and Food Technology, we have the bachelor's programs Food Technology and Horticulture and the master's in Food Quality. At the Department of Landscape Architecture, you can study climate protection and climate adaptation, green urban planning, landscape architecture, and landscape construction and management. And we also have 2 English master's programs at this department, Climate Change Management and the International Master of Landscape Architecture, and another postgraduate program in German once again, landscape construction and management. At the Department of Sustainable Agriculture and Energy Systems, you can study agribusiness, agriculture, or organic food and business, or agricultural management. And we also have a special postgraduate course for veterinarians called animal health management. So as I've said, I just checked that there was a question in the chat. So the programs in English in Weihenstephan would be the International Management of Forest Industries, Climate Change Management, and the International Master of Landscape Architecture. So 3 English master's programs in Weihenstephan, no English bachelor's programs. Here you can see some impressions from our campus in Weihenstephan. So this one is one part of Weihenstephan, which you have already seen in the video. Of course, we also have laboratories. So this, for example, is our laboratory in the Department of Forestry, where students can study like forest samples. Here we have parts from our landscape architecture department and horticulture department, so our Weihenstephan gardens, and of course also greenhouses for the horticulture students. And of course, you will also work at the computer, so we have several IT rooms on campus. And near our campus, we also have our educational training forest for our forestry students in particular. Well, you may not yet have heard about Weihenstephan. So Weihenstephan is a part of the city of Freising. Freising has about 50,000 inhabitants, so it's still a very, quite small city. But a lot of the people living in Freising are students. So about 1 in every 7 inhabitants is a student, which means that you have still a lot of activities for students. And then we are also very close to Munich. So from Freising to Munich, it's about 25 minutes by train. You have a lot of green areas around, and the Alps and the mountains are also very nearby. So if you are interested in nature, then I think our university would be a great place to study. The campus in Weihenstephan is Germany's largest green campus, which means that not only our university is located there, but you also have other institutions which are very known. For example, the Bavarian State Research Center for Agriculture, the Bavarian State Forestry Institute, the Weihenstephan Forest Wood Center, or also the Fraunhofer Institute for Process Engineering and Packaging. And the Technical University of Munich also has a campus in Weihenstephan. And with all those institutions, we cooperate in one way or another. So there's a real scientific community in Freising. If you are looking for accommodation in Freising, you can do so, for example, via the Munich Student Union. They have several halls of residence in Freising for our students. Okay, so Miriam will take over.
Thank you, Ramona. So yeah, let's swap to the second campus, the smaller one, Campus Triesdorf, which is part of a different area in Bavaria. You've seen that on the map beforehand. And to start off, I'd like to give you some more visual impressions of our second campus, Triesdorf. I hope you hear the sound now. Okay, great. Let's return to the presentation. So these were some quick impressions. Some more will follow. And the most important thing you realize, it's in the middle of the green and it's a very small place, but I'll come to that in a minute. So here in Triesdorf, we have 2 faculties, 2 departments, the Department of Agriculture, Food and Nutrition, which offers 3 bachelor programs: agriculture, agricultural engineering, and nutrition and food sciences, and 4 master programs: the International Master in Agricultural Management, the International Farm Management Master, the Master Regional Management, and Green Digital Engineering, which is brand new, you could say, started off this winter term. And we have the second department, Environmental Engineering, which offers 1 bachelor in Environmental Engineering and a master in Environmental Engineering. And one of them, the International Farm Management Master, is taught completely in English. Okay. So here are some more impressions from our campus. On the left-hand side, you see kind of the centerpiece of our campus. It's like a marketplace, which can be really busy, different to what you see in this picture. On the left-hand side, you see a small group of students on a field trip in one of our trial fields that are very close to our campus. On the next slide, on the left-hand side, some students in the food and nutrition degree program cooking in our campus kitchen. And on the right-hand side, students strolling over some photovoltaic plants, exploring this area in another field trip. On the left-hand side, on this slide, you can see one of our historical campus buildings. So in Triesdorf, you'll find a mix of historical and quite modern state-of-the-art university buildings. And here you can see the A building, which is quite a big one. And on the right-hand side, you can see a student experimenting in one of our state-of-the-art laboratories at Campus Triesdorf. Just for you to get a better grasp of our campus, it helps to know that Triesdorf is not only home to the university, but also to several other educational institutions. For example, the Animal Husbandry School, the Agricultural Machinery School, the Crop Production Center, and the Continuing Training Center, and so on. You can see here there are several educational institutions in the small place of Triesdorf, and this is why we call it also the Triesdorf Educational Center, and which is why you will be part of a very diverse group of students in this place. And you will realize this very quickly when you start to study here. Right, apart from this, what makes Triesdorf quite special is that it is Germany's smallest university location. So we count, or the place Triesdorf itself, which belongs to another village called Weidenbach, counts around 3,000 inhabitants, regular inhabitants only. And the students, which you have to add to this amount of inhabitants, count during term time, I have to admit, about the same amount. So again, 3,000 students. So almost 50% of our population here are students. During term time, half of the inhabitants are students, which is very special. It's situated in the middle of the green. You've seen that already in our video. It's a mix of historical buildings and state-of-the-art university buildings, and we can still offer quite affordable private accommodation, close, very close to the campus. So most probably in walking distance, which is also very comfortable. And as you've seen already, we are surrounded by beautiful nature, lakes. You can really enjoy our nature here in your free time. And there is a wide range of leisure opportunities, especially during the summertime. So we are talking now again about both campuses, so Weihenstephan and Triesdorf. And I'd like to give you some of our international figures and activities because our institution is very, very active internationally. So of the almost 6,000 students at both of our campuses, we have around more than 700 international students right now. And we are very proud to be partner with 130 international universities. You've already seen that we offer 5 international master's programs, 4 of them taught completely in English. And we also offer various double degree programs with our partner universities. Apart from that, you can, of course, do regular study exchanges with our university, for example, within the Erasmus Plus program or other programs. We offer different summer schools and also international training programs for staff of our partner universities. What is special for Triesdorf, I can say, are 2 international summer programs, short-term programs, the program Food, Agriculture and Nutrition on the one hand, and the summer program Sustainable Regional Development, also called Village Semester because of our quite special location here. And we also offer an international online semester, about which my colleague Ludmila will talk about in a minute. So let's have a closer look to the international summer program Food, Agriculture and Nutrition, because this might be very interesting for you, since we have many partner universities in Ukraine and offer scholarship opportunities, especially to those. So the program is a 3-month English taught intensive study program at our campus here in Triesdorf, and the next round will take place between April 28th to July 24th, 2025. So next year, over the summer. It's aimed at undergraduate students in their 2nd year of studies or advanced. We recommend the 2nd year actually. And you have to study in a relevant field, so something having to do with agriculture, food and nutrition. The focus is that you get an insight into the general structure of the agricultural, food and farming industry here in Germany, as well as current trends and developments in Germany and internationally. To some partner universities in Ukraine, or to our partner universities, actually to all of them in Ukraine, we offer a scholarship opportunity for this program. And these partner universities are Mykolaiv State University, Sumy National Agrarian University, the National University of Water and Environmental Management in Rivne, the National University of Life and Environmental Sciences of Ukraine in Kiev, and Vinnytsia National Agrarian University. This is new. This came to be part this year. So what does the application process look like? So for students from partner universities, you need to be nominated by your international coordinator around September, October of the previous year. This means this would be now for the next round. And actually our nomination process is going on. Our application process is going on right now. And if you're still interested in studying at one of these partner universities, please contact your coordinator, ask about the conditions. Most nominations are in already, but it makes sense to contact them and they can then write to me because we are in touch. For students from other universities, please write an email to summer.lt@hswt.de, and you can do this now and still, let's say in November, so usually around September, October. So similar application process applies to our 2nd summer program, the International Summer Program Sustainable Regional Development, also called Village Semester. It's English taught, taking place around the same time as the other international summer program, but the dates still need to be confirmed. It's aimed at postgraduate students, so master students enrolled in related fields. And this is aimed, this gives you an insight into fundamentals of sustainable regional development and related fields. And it offers you, a huge potential to develop your personal and professional skills in this area. The application process is similar. For students from all of our partner universities, you need to be nominated by your international coordinator. And students from other universities, please write an email to a different email address to exchange@studies.de. Oh, this is not correct. Oh, we can write the correct one in the chat. It's exchange -studies@hswt.de. We will do this in a second. Right. So I go ahead and I see we go on with the international online semester. Ludmila, I hand over to you.
Вітаю, шановні колеги, шановні студенти. Повторюсь, мене звати Людмила Камзін. Я працюю в Університеті прикладних наук Weihenstephan-Triesdorf з 22-го року і є координатором інтернаціонального онлайн-семестру. Розпочали ми цей проєкт у 2022 році, щоб підтримати українські партнерські університети. Це є важливо в такий важкий час для України. І хочемо нашим проєктом підтримати як студентів, так і викладачів партнерських українських університетів. Інтернаціональний онлайн-семестр дуже популярний на даний момент являється. Цього семестру у нас зареєстровано 186 студентів з різних країн світу. Десь біля 100 студентів є студентів з українських партнерських університетів. Викладання на нашому онлайн-семестрі ведеться як українською, так і англійською мовами в галузі сільського господарства, продовольства та харчування, а також ми пропонуємо вивчати у нас англійську та німецькі мови. Викладачами на нашому онлайн-семестрі є викладачі з партнерських українських університетів, це Сумський аграрно-національний університет та Київський національний університет біоресурсів і природокористування, а також студенти нашого онлайн-семестру мають можливість долучитися до віртуальної школи Баварії. Це платформа, яка дозволяє онлайн навчатися в різноманітних баварських університетах. Наш онлайн-семестр спрямований на студентів від другого навчального року, тобто бакалаврів та магістрів університетів, як партнерських університетів, так і тих університетів, які не є партнерами. І для студентів важливо аграрних університетів, а також студентів, які навчаються в споріднених галузях. На даний момент ми співпрацюємо з 6 партнерськими університетами, це ті, які назвала Мір'ям, моя колега попередньо, а також я хотіла б додати ще Полтавський аграрний університет. А також ми маємо на даний момент студентів з азіатських, африканських університетів та з інших континентів. Для того, щоб навчатися на онлайн-семестрі, потрібно обрати хоча б один предмет, і максимум ми передбачаємо 30 кредитів. У нас є домовленості з партнерськими університетами, з українськими щодо перезарахування успішно складених предметів під час онлайн-семестра в українські дипломи. А також більшість українських університетів надають студентам індивідуальні графіки для того, щоб студенти могли з користю використовувати свій час. Ми не вимагаємо оплати за навчання на онлайн-семестрі, але є обов'язковим сплата 72 євро – це студентський внесок, який є обов'язковий для всіх студентів нашого університету. До переваг ви бачите на екрані, це є гнучкість, незалежність, зарахування вас як студента нашого університету. Хотіла б додати, що після навчання всі студенти отримують довідку про навчання, де вказано всі ваші дані, а також, якщо ви склали мінімум успішно один предмет, то ви отримаєте сертифікат з вказаним предметами, кредитами та оцінками, які, я ще хочу наголосити, можуть бути зараховані в вашому рідному університеті. Для наступного зимового семестру подача заявок розпочнеться в травні 2025 року, і терміни зимового семестру – це 1 вересня 2025 року до середини березня 2026 року. Внизу ви бачите контакт або в форумі. Мене звати ще раз Людмила Камзін, і щоб сконтактувати нам, напишіть, будь ласка, нам на online-semester.lt@hsvt.de. Будемо дуже раді відповісти на всі ваші запитання і бачити вас в лавах нашого інтернаціонального онлайн-семестру. Дякую за увагу. Мір'ям?
Okay, thank you, Ludmila, for your contribution. And whoa, I think you've got a lot to process now, many different programs, many study degree programs that we offer. And yeah, to make your decision a little easier, we collected all the benefits you have of studying at our university, especially. And this is mostly that you don't have to pay tuition fees. We just have a semester fee of around 70 to 85 euros currently. We offer a strongly practice-oriented education. We can say that, and you've got a lot of proof of that from other students studying here. So you have really close contact during your studies already to potential future employers. The program still offers you scientific excellence at every moment. Apart from that, our bachelor programs are designed in a way that they include a practical semester in the 5th semester usually. And you can do your bachelor's and master's thesis in cooperation with external partners, which is really recommended. Apart from that, and you've heard that already, we can offer beautiful locations, a very familiar atmosphere because of our small size, on both campuses, a very good, very good help from all the lecturers and our administrative staff, and a vibrant international student life. So how to get on board? That's a good question. And for exchange students, all you need to have kind of is that you study in a relevant field, a field relevant to our degree programs, that you have sufficient language skills in the language of study, which is in our case English or German, which is usually at the level B2 according to the Common European Framework of Reference, and that you apply in time and are admitted, and you need to apply over this email address, exchange-studies@hswt.de. And usually your university gives you the deadlines when you have to apply. Maybe they offer you some financial help, and then you have to stick to their deadlines, the deadlines of your home university. For the international summer programs and the online semester, please look at slides 27 and to 29 again. And Ramona will tell you a little more about how to get on board as degree-seeking students.
Yes, so if you would like to get a degree at our university, the application process is a bit different. Just to go back to the presentation. First of all, it depends a bit on which degree you would like to study. So usually for all of our bachelor's programs and some of our master's programs, you need a so-called VPD or a preliminary review documentation. This is a specific document which you can get from an external organization called UniAssist. So what they do is that they check for us your educational certificates, and they inform you if you can directly apply to a German university with your current qualifications, or if you have to do a specific training before. So what often happens with Ukrainian students or applicants, if you've only finished school in Ukraine, but you did not yet study, then you may have to attend a preparatory college. In Germany, it's called Studienkolleg for 1 year. And only after finishing the Studienkolleg, then you can directly apply to a German university. This is a bit different if you have already studied in Ukraine. So then it depends a bit on how long you already have studied and in which degree program you have studied. Then you can skip the preparatory college, but then usually you can only study in a program very similar to what you have studied in your home country. But this is something for our university. UniAssist checks this for us. There are also several websites where you can check in advance if your qualifications allow you to directly apply to a German university or not. If you have questions regarding this, then you can look at our website. You can find the link here below, or you can also contact me and I can help you to find out if you can directly study at our university or not. So this VPD is necessary for all of our bachelor's programs and for some of our master's programs, but not for all. In addition, if you wish to study in a master program, you will need to have a bachelor's already in a relevant field of study. So which bachelors are relevant, you can find this information on the website of the respective master's program. You also need B2 language skills in the language of study, which means if you wish to study in a German degree program, then you need to have German language skills at B1 level. If you wish to apply for an English master's program, you need B2 language skills in English. At our website, you will also find a list which language certificates we do accept. The application for our degree programs usually works via our university's application portal. There are exceptions for some of our programs. For the exceptions, please also see our website. Miriam already told you that there are generally no tuition fees at our university. Students usually only need to pay the semester fee. How much this is depends a bit on the campus. So at our Weihenstephan campus, students pay 85 euros. At the Triesdorf campus, you pay 72 euros. There is no tuition fee with only one exception, which is our International Master of Landscape Architecture, because this program is taught in cooperation with another university in Germany, and this university is in a federal state where tuition fees are more common. So only for the International Master of Landscape Architecture, you may have to pay those tuition fees. There are some scholarships you can apply for, but full scholarships are rather an exception in Germany. So if you need financial help for your studies, then I recommend having a look first of all at the DAD scholarship database, where you can find some scholarships. Usually you have to apply very early in advance, so also start searching early in advance. There are also some smaller scholarships you can apply for directly to our university. But usually you can only apply for the scholarships after you have taken up your studies, and they are only smaller scholarships, as I have said, so about, let's say, 500 to 1,000 euros per semester, so far enough from financing your entire stay with only the HSWT scholarships. So what does the international office do, or how can Miriam and I assist you when you come to Germany? So first of all, you can contact us if you need counseling or support to organize your stay or organizing your application, if you need help before coming to Germany or during your stay in Germany. We also try to create a study environment for internationals, which allows for integration and successful completion of studies. which means that we provide information, but we also organize several events where you can get in touch with other students, for example. We try to strengthen your knowledge and intercultural skills to prepare you for jobs in an international working environment. We work in close cooperation with our colleagues from the Career Service, and they also offer specific events for international students to help them with their job applications, for example. And we also administer and allocate different funding programs and scholarships. So those scholarships, some of them are for international students coming to our university to study here, but we also have some other scholarships if our students want to go abroad to do an internship or work on the master thesis, or do a study semester abroad. So if you come to Germany to study here and then you want to go abroad once again, then you can also apply for specific scholarships for that purpose. So here are once again all our contacts at a glance. So if you want to study at our university, you can always contact either me if it is for the campus Weihenstephan, or Miriam for the campus Triesdorf. So for all general questions, you're welcome to contact one of us. And then we also have the special contact information for applications, particularly for the short-term stays. So here you can find again the email addresses for exchange students and for our international short-term programs. For degree seeking students, you can either contact me if you have questions regarding the application. And at our website, you will also find the specific contact information of the degree program coordinators, for example, if you have specific questions regarding one program in particular. Okay, so this was our part of the presentation, and now I think we are looking forward to your questions.
Yes, definitely. Some I tried to answer already in the chat, but we will also talk about them. So let's change into the question and answer mode. Yep, that's it. So first question, is the webinar all about Triesdorf campus? I think that's already answered. So the webinar was about both campuses, Triesdorf and Weihenstephan. So the next question.
So I think this was one question we've already answered a bit during the presentation. So the degree programs we have in English are our master's programs: International Master of Landscape Architecture, Climate Change Management, and International Management of Forest Industries in Weihenstephan, and the Masters in Farm Management in Triesdorf. But we also have options for short-term programs for exchange students in particular, which are also available in English. But apart from this, the bachelor's programs are in German only.
Okay. Are there any events organized to help students adapt at the beginning of the academic year? For regular students, Ramona, how do we do it?
Yes, so what Miriam and I do, for example, is we invite all international students to an FAQ online session before coming to Germany. So if you have questions before your arrival, we would already help you to figure those questions out. And at the beginning of studies, you have several events, for example, from the departments. So all students from one degree program meet and get further information from the professors and staff involved in the degree program. And in addition, we also offer several events for international students in particular to assist them with their particular questions.
Yeah, so for example, this winter term, we will offer a get-together for all international students where they have the chance to get to know each other most of all, but also the international offices, activities again. And this is a very informal meeting. And we will also have excursions at the two campuses, especially for international students. Okay.
Is it possible to receive financial support to participate in educational trips or conferences? So I think this depends a bit, I would say. First of all, what you can get for sure is financial support for study semester abroad or for internships abroad or to work on your master's thesis abroad. Sometimes our university also offers elective modules, for example, which include a study trip abroad. And then the university also sees if we can assist our students financially. Otherwise, if there's just a conference which interests you personally, but is not really related to your studies, then you will most probably have to finance this by yourself. So whenever the activity is like part of the studies, part of your degree program, then the university will see if they can assist you or how much they can assist you to finance the stay. If it is not directly related to the studies, then you will have to pay it by yourself.
Yeah, it's also possible that you might pick up a job at the university during your studies, and if the conference is, for example, part of your job and it might be abroad, then it's also our task to assist with financing and check whether we can offer you something. It all depends on the country, where the conference takes place, etc. So this is really something we can't answer for sure now. Okay, next one. Katarina asks, what opportunities are there to participate in sustainable development programs at the university level? Oh, that's a good question. I think you have to find that out while you are here. Look at the specific offers from your degree program, from the faculty, and check out what they offer when you are here. Romana, would you like to add something?
Yes, well, in some of our programs, you have specific lectures on that topic, and I think most of our programs will probably include this topic in one way or another. But I think there's no specific program we offer which is focused on this topic in particular.
Yeah, I think most of our study programs are oriented towards the Sustainable Development Goals by the UN. And I mean, some of our study programs have already the name sustainable in their name, like, for example, the Sustainable Regional Development Summer Program. And there will be an English master most probably coming up next year in this field of regional management, sustainable regional management. So definitely you will find the topics in our programs and lectures, of course. More questions? Are there any additional courses or seminars offered to improve skills in agricultural management? It goes quite into depth on the content level.
So I would say we have specific degree programs where you can study agricultural management in particular. So if three master's programs in agricultural management, the agricultural masters in Weihenstephan, international masters in agricultural management in Triesdorf, and farm management in Triesdorf, which are all about that topic.
Yeah.
So I think if you opt to study in one of those programs, you may not need additional courses or seminars.
I mean, the English taught program is the International Master Farm Management here in Triesdorf, and it already includes several practically oriented elements. So you will start, for example, with a practical term on a farm, on an agricultural business, and you will definitely do field trips and some other excursions, and maybe also get the chance to go to conferences on this topic. So it's basically the focus of this degree program. Okay. Well, what about international master in farm management? Can I directly apply on the portal on November 15th? I've answered the question in the chat already. So yeah, the application deadline, as far as I've seen it on the website, and I've also shared the website again with you. The application deadline is 15th of January for the summer term. So the master
I'm not sure if this also applies to the farm management program, because the farm management program is not, well, you do not apply via the standard HSWT application portal, but via a separate application portal. So
Right.
the applications will open in November 24th, so really on the 15th November. I'm not sure about the application deadline at the moment, but at least application will be possible from the 15th of November.
Yeah, and the contact is mfm.lt@hswt.de, as I answered you in the chat already. And well, on the website right now it says 15th of January. But it might change because it's the old deadline. It's the last year's deadline. So please check that regularly and then contact this email address directly to apply for the program. Okay? Yeah, that's another address, website where you can get more information on the MFM. What about part-time jobs in Triesdorf? Yeah, of course you can work while you're studying, but only a certain amount of hours a week as a student. And you also have to check with your visa, the hours you're allowed to work officially. Yeah, it's definitely not the easiest thing to find a job here around Triesdorf because it's that small. So the job might be a little bit further away and you might have to travel by train to get to your job. But most of our students work along with their studies to earn some extra money and to finance their studies. That's correct. As in international farm management, LOM is not mentioned there, so the CV will be enough. I have to check LOM.
Well, yes. So the letter of motivation is not mentioned on the website. So if it is not stated there, then you do not have to upload it. You only need your bachelor's and, if available, master's certificate, also confirmation of your English knowledge at B2 level, for example. And if you already have practical experience, then make sure to also submit confirmation of this. So the website you can currently see here on top is the website from the farm management degree program, and there you will also find a list of all the documents that are required for the application.
And usually for our regular degree programs, no letters of motivation are required. Ludmilla,
Gibt es besondere Voraussetzungen für die Zulassung zu diesem Programm?
Sustainable agriculture.
Mhm.
Well, in itself, it's not an explicit study program at our university. It is like a focus within the agriculture degree program, both in Weihenstephan and in Triesdorf, I think. Ramona, do you know about the focus to select? So yeah, at least ecological agriculture is one focus you can select within our bachelor agriculture, which is in German. Yeah, there are no specific requirements other than those you need for the application in general. And then, well, you have to select within the first couple of months and choose a focus, but there are no specific requirements beforehand. Okay.
Haben wir bei uns Doppeldiplomprogramm für den Bereich Agrarmanagement. Umweltmanagement, sorry. Doppeldiplomprogramm für diesen Bereich?
No, as far as we are informed, currently we don't offer a double degree program in environmental engineering.
No. How is practical training organized for students in the horticulture and food technology faculty? So the practical training is more or less the same for all our bachelor's programs. Usually you, first of all, only study the theory, more or less, during 5 semesters. So the first about 5 semesters you will spend on campus. Of course, you have some lectures which are more practically oriented with field trips and so on. But then you really have one practical training semester, often it is the 5th semester of studies, where you will spend the entire semester more or less in a company, in an organization, and so on. So you will be prepared for this practical training in advance. So there will be several events telling you where you can apply for this practical training. You can also see where other students have completed their practical training semesters. And then basically you have to apply on your own for the practical training. You have to find a training company. And during your practical training semester, you will have some lectures at our university. In addition, there will be regular meetings, either on campus or online. With the practical training coordinator at our university, just to make sure everything is going fine. The training there is how you expected it. The things you learn there are helpful for your further studies. And this practical training semester is included in the degree program itself, which means you get credits for the training semester, and it will also be visible later on in your degree certificate. So I hope this answers the question more or less. In our experience, this practical training semester is very helpful for our students because you get some hands-on experience on your future job. This also makes it a lot easier to find a job afterwards, and it also helps you a bit to figure out where you would like to work afterwards. Sometimes this practical training helps our students to find a topic for their bachelor's thesis, for example, or for their master's thesis. Or they can start their job directly at their former training company after finishing the studies, for example. Or it may also help them to find out what they do not want to do after finishing the studies.
Definitely. Okay, next one. Does the university support graduate student projects that aim to experiment with alternative farming methods, such as aquaponics or hydroponics? I think, yeah, this goes really into depth content-wise. So it definitely, there are options once you're in the program, and if you are interested in getting a valid answer on this question, we recommend you contact the supervisor, the coordinator of the specific degree program you're interested in. So in general, we can give you some hints on this, but this goes really into depth, and we recommend you ask there, and you find the contacts on the website as well once you look up the degree program. Okay.
But our university is also very active in research, so we do have research programs focusing on such methods. And if you're really interested in one of those topics, you can also try to get the assistance of one of the professors involved in the research and do your bachelor's or master's thesis in cooperation with one of those professors. So if you're really interested in one of those topics, I'm sure you will find options at our university to work towards this goal.
Yeah, definitely. And if you can't find the contact on the website, you can write to us and we will forward your email to the respective professor. Okay?
What environmental projects, if any, does the university collaborate on with local communities? So this is also a very complex question, I would say. I know that in several of our degree programs, we have projects in cooperation with different communities. So they contact our university with topics, and our students work on those topics and develop several possible solutions that they afterwards propose to the communities. I know this is the case, for example, for landscape architecture, but as far as I know, we also work with stakeholders and communities in the other degree programs.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure to which extent and on which environmental topics in particular in all of our degree programs, but this definitely exists.
Yeah, an example I know in regional management in the master program is, for example, the relevance of gaps between the houses, like in the building topic. So this would be an example where research is done in cooperation with local communities around Triesdorf. This was very practically oriented.
And we also have several students like working on the bachelor's or master's thesis in cooperation with one of the communities.
Ludmilla, one for you again.
Schwierige Frage. Wie oft aktualisiert unsere Universität eigene Lehrprogramme, um die Anforderungen den modernen Arbeitsmarkt so anzupassen?
Okay, so we have evaluations of our degree programs basically every semester. So there are standard evaluations that are sent out to our students, and there you can evaluate like the modules you have studied during that semester. And usually based on those evaluations, we get the feedback from the students and we try to adapt the degree programs to the need of the students. But our university also usually is in close contact with the industry and tries to make sure that if we develop or work on our degree programs, that we make sure that our graduates also have good job options afterwards. So it is more or less a current ongoing process. There is no exact deadline saying we have to work on this every 2 years or something like that. It's just an ongoing process, and whenever we realize there's the need to like adapt our programs to new needs, then we will do that. So for example, I think this semester 5 new degree programs have started because we realized that some of the former degree programs were not, let's say, up to date. So we introduced new programs which are more according to the needs of the current situation worldwide.
Yeah.
And also the existing programs are updated regularly.
Yeah. Also referring to new state-of-the-art technologies, innovations, the huge topic of digitalization. It's all regularly updated. And we are, of course, also externally evaluated in regularly. So this also is, of course, a proof of the quality of our university.
What accommodation options does the university offer for students in Weihenstephan-Triesdorf? So first of all, our university itself does not really have rooms or houses for students available. So in Freising in particular, you can apply for student accommodation via the Munich Student Union. They have several houses of residence in Freising. But I have to say that finding accommodation in Weihenstephan is not very easy, so it can be quite challenging because Freising is very close to Munich, and Munich is one of the most expensive cities in Germany when it comes to accommodation for students. So if you think about studying in Freising, then you should be aware of that finding accommodation can be challenging and can be quite expensive. We can give you some links for websites where you can search for accommodation, and of course give you the link to the Munich Student Union, but unfortunately they do not have enough rooms for all students interested. In Triesdorf, the situation is a bit different.
Yeah, it's probably a little easier to find accommodation in Triesdorf because, yeah, we don't have that many students on the one hand, and yeah, it's not the area where as many people are looking for accommodation as in this huge area of Munich and Freising. However, it's also the same. So you are looking privately for accommodation. We can give you links to websites where you should look at and look for accommodation. And yeah, in cases of emergency, I'd say we will help you contacting maybe people who offer accommodation, help with the communication. But in general, you have to look for accommodation yourself. As I've said, it's compared to Freising, it's quite cheap still and affordable. And I can say that so far we have accommodated every interested student. So if you are looking for accommodation and can't find anything, let us know and we'll help.
Okay, so the next question, can I apply for a visa only after I enter university under any program? And will it be until the end of studies? So as far as I am informed, I think Ukrainians do not need a visa to come to Germany, which means that you can come to Germany first and then you can apply for a residence permit.
Yeah, I think in general you can apply for a visa, but it's right now very difficult in your home country to get an appointment at the embassies. I don't know if it might be that some things have changed, so please check the websites of the embassies regularly. That's what we recommend. But usually for the first 90 days, you don't need a visa to study here in Germany. But during the 19 days, you have to apply for an extension of your residency. And you can do this here, depending on where you study, in Freising or here in Ansbach, the next bigger town close to Triesdorf.
So I've just checked it. So currently the regulations are that at least until the end of the current year, Ukrainians can come to Germany without a visa. And then you can apply for the residence permit here. So I think it depends a bit here, but we'll have to see how the situation continues, and the German entry regulations or also the visa regulations may change. So this is not our decision to make. At the moment, you can come to Germany first and then you can apply for the visa. And then it depends a bit on the type of visa you wish to apply for. So, how long you receive the residence permit, or if you have to renew it, or when you have to renew it. As far as I know, the German state wanted to change the visa regulations. So until now, usually you received a residence permit for 1 year, but they wanted to change this and provide the residence permit directly for 2 years. So this means you would probably have to renew it in about 2 years after starting your studies.
Right.
Okay, so I think there are no new questions in the chat.
Okay, that was it.
And thank you for your patience and for staying until the end.
Yeah, thank you very much for your questions. Quite complex questions, hardly at all. Yeah.
And feel free to contact us, if you have questions tomorrow or in the next weeks or days.
Yeah, thank you very much for participating. We are looking forward to hearing from many of you, and we would be very pleased to welcome you here in Germany.
Дякую за увагу. Якщо от у вас будуть запитання до нас, будь ласка, напишіть нас, контактуйте. Всі контакти ви бачили в презентації або в форумі. Пишіть нам, ми будемо раді вас бачити в лавах наших студентів. Дякую і гарного дня вам.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay. Warten wir noch auf.
Ich weiß nicht, ich frage mich auch gerade, ob wir jetzt auf Event beenden klicken einfach.
Ich meine, wenn Sie Fragen haben oder sonst mehr Informationen brauchen, die werden schon sich melden per Mail oder so.
Genau.
Und ich habe es gesehen, zum Schluss sind nur 6 Teilnehmer
Genau.
hier geblieben. Deswegen, die meisten haben